Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving headfirst into K.L. Walther's novel, What Happens After Midnight. So, what would you risk for a second chance at your first love? This story is all about that question, set during one single epic, rule-breaking night. And this right here, this single wish, is pretty much the engine for the whole story. It's that deep, gut punch feeling of wanting to just rewind the clock, you know? And it's that exact feeling that's going to push our main character to make some really, really risky decisions. Okay, so let's meet our protagonist, Lily Hopper. And on the surface, she is the model student at this super elite boarding school. You know the type. Seems like she has it all figured out. But yeah, she's definitely hiding a pretty big secret. So at this really prestigious place, the Ames School, Lily's just the named salutatorian. Now that basically means she's the second highest ranking student in her entire graduating class. Sounds great, right? Well, here's the catch. She has to give a funny speech at graduation. And for someone who spent her whole life acing tests and not, workshopping a comedy set, that is absolutely terrifying. So Lily is what they call a fake brat. Her dad's a teacher there, so she's literally grown up on this campus. And you'd think that'd be cool, but it also means she absolutely cannot escape the memories of her first love, Tag Swell. He's kind of like a ghost, haunting every corner, this big unresolved question mark in her otherwise perfectly planned out life. But just when you think you know how her senior year is gonna end, well, her perfectly planned final weeks are about to get completely blown up. And it all starts with a single, very mysterious invitation. Okay, so you gotta understand. The Jester is a total legend at Ames. It's this anonymous senior who masterminds the big, epic end-of-year prank. It's a huge deal. So when Lily finds this weird invitation in her mailbox, she knows, instantly. Her senior year is about to get way, way more complicated. And it all comes down to one tiny little detail in that invitation, something that just flips a switch for her. It's a Schitt's Creek reference, an inside joke, one she only shared with Tag. And just like that, she knows who the Jester is. And now she's got this massive choice to make. Does she protect her perfect record, or does she risk it all for one last crazy adventure with the one boy she just can't seem to forget? You can probably guess what she chooses. And that decision? Well, it throws us right into the heart of the story. We're talking a secret, late-night scavenger hunt across campus that's going to test not just their nerve, but everything they still feel for each other. So their whole journey unfolds all over campus. Look at this path. They start at King's Court at almost midnight, then it's off to the observatory, the sculpture sanctuary, all the way to the boathouse at 4 a.m. They're sneaking around in the dark, following this trail of clues, and with every single stop, they're getting closer to pulling off this insane prank. And, a whole lot closer to each other, too. But listen, this is no walk in the park. It is not a smooth ride at all. They are constantly dodging campus security, or Campo, as they call them. They even have a totally wild run-in with this eccentric bourbon-sipping teacher, and they have to outsmart a bunch of underclassmen. But here's the thing. With every single close call, all that shared adrenaline just starts to reignite that undeniable spark between them. And in the middle of all this chaos, it's actually the small, quiet moments that say the most. Like this one. Lily gets cold, and without even saying a word, Tag just gives her his flannel. It's such a simple thing, right? But it is absolutely loaded with history. It just goes to show that, man, despite everything that's happened, he still gets her. He still remembers. He still cares. So they do it. They navigate every single obstacle, they solve every clue, and they are literally inches away from pulling off the perfect prank. But then, just like that, their luck runs out. Yup, the clock hits 5:47 in the morning. The sun is just starting to peek over the horizon, and their perfect, secret, all-night adventure comes to a sudden, screeching halt. Campus safety finds them, and it's bad. Tag, who has diabetes, his blood sugar is dangerously low, and he is in absolutely no condition to run. Now, Lily has a clear shot. She could totally bolt, save herself, and nobody would blame her. But she makes a choice, a huge one. She stays, right there by his side. So getting caught, yeah, it comes with some major consequences. But in a way, it's also the one thing that forces them to finally deal with their past. It's the catalyst that clears the way for a totally new beginning.
And that disciplinary hearing, oh, it is brutal. They both get slapped with detention, they're banned from prom, the senior dinner, pretty much all the good stuff. But for Lily, the biggest punch to the gut is losing her salutatorian title. The point is, they broke the rules together, and now they've got to face the music together.
But you know what? Instead of just letting this whole punishment thing ruin their last few days of high school, they decide to create their own prom. It all starts with this private candlelit dinner right back at the Sculpture Sanctuary, the same place they almost got caught. And honestly, it ends up being way, way more meaningful than the real prom could have ever been.
After dinner, they race to the beach, and as this huge wave is rushing in, they just collapse in the sand laughing. And Tag yells this out right over the roar of the ocean. It's this fun, playful callback to a memory they share. In this is the moment it all comes full circle. Lily shouts back her part of the line, their shared joke, and they just fall back into the waves. And yeah, totally back in love. It's so much more than just finishing a sentence, you know? It's like they're finally completing their story. So this story really leaves us with this final thought. I mean, Lily and Tag, they break pretty much every rule in the book. But in doing all that, they find their way back to each other. And it kind of makes you wonder, right? What traditions, what rules are actually worth breaking for something or for someone that's truly unforgettable?